Hello class, today I'm going to be doing my persuasive speech over cheerleading. Is it a sport or is it not? Today I'm going to be giving you some personal experiences that I've had in the cheerleading world. My heart is racing and adrenaline is rushing through my body. Now these are the types of feelings I get every time right before we go on stage to perform our routine. Now a lot of you may wonder, what is cheerleading? And is it really a sport? Well, according to varsity.com, varsity is a ambassador of the cheerleading world. They explain that competitive cheerleading is when cheer squads compete against other cheer teams at a competition. A typical cheerleading competition, they perform against each other a 2.5-minute routine to music that is filled with stunts, tumbling, jumps, and dance. And these routines are judged by a panel of cheerleading experts, and they judge you on execution and difficulty. Now, many people may question whether or not cheerleading is a real sport, because mostly when people think of cheerleading, they think of cheerleaders doing high kicks and shaking their pom-poms. But what they don't know is the physical work behind it. And stamina. It takes a lot of stamina to create a routine like this. Now, as the day of pom-poms and claps are over, things are more complex and competitive, just like all-star cheerleading is, which is way different than regular football and basketball. Now, these cheerleaders push themselves hard. They polish their steps to make sure that they're competing the best. Now, every squad has to do physical exertion to create these routines, and it is a tough part of training compared to any other competitive sport, says World's Ultimate. Now, these cheerleaders, they normally train between 3 to 4 times a week for several hours. It ranges compared to what gym you go to. Now, when you look at a cheerleader, you normally think of short skirts and lots of makeup. But what you don't see is the actual substance that is under these cheerleaders and all the hard work that they put in. They have to work harder than anyone else. And if one person makes a mistake, well, it's likely that the whole routine would end up being ruined. Because one person messes up, it affects everybody. Now, if you have ever seen a cheer competition, you would see that it is a non-stop, energy-driven routine where you don't really have much time to catch your breath. According to World's Ultimate, when you see from a cheerleader perspective, you would analyze the facts and realize how difficult it is for a squad to do flips and lifting up other girls in the air that are bigger than a ball and having to do a full stunt sequence with them without dropping them. And cheerleaders have to practice these routines over and over again so they don't get hurt on stage. And now, even though they practice a lot, there's still no guarantee that people won't get hurt. Now, I have heard of several people, some people have even been paralyzed because of this sport. You just don't know. According to Jonathan Perkins, logically, cheerleaders actually incur more head and facial injuries than football players do, 48%. 48% more cheerleaders get hurt compared to football players. Now, these football players normally have head and facial injuries that are about 25%. And that's a big difference. Now, you would think football players would actually get hurt more than cheerleaders, but they don't. With that information, it really does make you think about how dangerous this sport really is and everything that can affect that outcome. Now, just like other competitive sports, you get to attend a national championship, obviously, if you put in all of the hard work and your team has excelled. Now, I actually was able to attend a national championship in Disney World, Orlando, Florida. This is a picture of me and one of my teammates at the ESPN Worldwide of Sports in Disney World. Now, at this competition, they compete against the best of the best, and it's a chance to be called one of the best cheerleader groups in the United States. And it's also a chance to win a championship medal or a ring. Now, as you can see, many people do competitive cheerleading, but only a select few out of the cheer world actually know what it's about. Now, competitive cheer is where boys and girls can coexist to create a routine of tumbling, jumps, stunts, and dance. Now, sometimes it is compared to gymnastics or dance, but it is actually all of that put together and much more jammed into 2 minutes and 30 seconds of non-stop physical exertion. And it's really awesome to watch. And hopefully one day you guys will be able to do that if you get interested. Now, competitive cheerleading is in fact a sport because of the passion, skill, and dedication that cheerleaders give to perform a routine under immense pressure and stress. Thank you.